Boxing's biggest stars. In history's biggest fights.
Big shots here by De La Hoya. Big shots. This could be it. The Golden Boy.
Pound for pound.
They really go at it. Through that in the last few seconds.
Round for round.
Mayweather with right hand. That's one of the best shots I've ever seen.
It doesn't get any bigger than this.
Second, nailed it. It's all over. A tremendous victory. This fight is over. A huge upset. Champion of the world.
Fight Sports presents Mega Fights.
As you look at the city of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, there is nothing like unresolved conflict to get excitement brewing in boxing. And that is what we have tonight here in the great city of Montreal. As you take that night view, Jean Pascal and Bernard Hopkins, 2. They had a draw back in December, but neither guy thinks so. They both thought they won, so here we are again. Glittering records for both. And Hopkins, the ageless veteran at 46, trying to become the oldest man to have a championship. That's what he will go for in our main event tonight at the Bell Center. We will also see Chad Dawson against Adrian Diaconu in a light heavyweight special attraction set for 12 rounds. Dawson with just one loss. It came here against Jean Pascal last year. Excitement ablaze here in Montreal. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Tony Page. So glad you're with us.
And now 12 rounds of boxing. This is in the light heavyweight division. Aquam Blue in the blue corner, wearing black, official weight 174 pounds, 4 ounces. His professional record, 27 victories, 15 by knockout with only 2 defeats. Originally from Romania, now living, training, and fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The WBC #5 ranked contender in the world, former WBC interim light heavyweight world champion, Adrian, the short, Diaconu. In the red corner, wearing crown gold, officially weighing in at 173 pounds, 10 ounces. His professional record in 30 fights, 29 victories, including 17 knockouts, only 1 defeat. From New Haven, Connecticut, USA, the #1 ranked WBC contender in the world and former WBC IBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Pascal.
Obey my commands, protect yourselves always, men. I want you to touch gloves now. You're boxing at the bell. God bless both of you.
Okay, so the styles would indicate a good fight forthcoming with Dawson, a substantial edge, enough to make this exciting. And Diaconu, who likes to come straight forward. Yeah, Dawson's had 2 wins over Glenn Johnson, 2 over Antonio Tarver. He beat Tomasz Adamek.
Had some quality fights, and as you see right off the bat, Dawson is a southpaw. This is a boxer versus the puncher fight.
Dawson needs to get started much faster than he did against Pascal last year. He was in a funk for the first part of that fight, dug a huge hole, and then almost dug all the way out of it.
Those rounds you just can't give away early. You never get them back. So you want to set the tone early. You want to establish a jab. Big height and reach advantage for Dawson.
Left hand by Dawson, just missed getting in. Diaconu trying to score with a right hand counter, and the warning about the heads. We sure don't need to see that again. For Dawson, that was disastrous in his last fight.
Right eye was all torn up in a headbutt collision with Pascal. Now he's got all the boxing tools to Chad Dawson. He's just got to use it. He's got to pick up the pace.
We talked about the addition of Emmanuel Stewart. He needs somebody to light that fire.
Yeah. You have all the talent in the world, but if you don't use it, you just become an average fighter.
Jab by Diaconu, left hand by Dawson, right hook by Dawson.
Break! No punches! Step back! No punches! Step back!
Diaconu, not very polished, but very dangerous.
Diaconu coming up short with the right hand. And you can see, based on the wingspan of these guys, how Dawson can keep Diaconu on the outside, keep him on the end of his jab all night.
If he decides to throw it, he should be snapping it out there instead of pawing. And when he's pawing, I think he's trying to set up the straight left right down the middle. Diaconu needs to get a little closer. He's a little too far outside.
May have to bob and weave a little, duck up and under, does Diaconu.
Keep those hands up.
Dawson gets a left hand home. So Dawson, Diaconu just underway, and round number 1 heads into the books. So here we are in round 2. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2. Dave Bontempo and Tony Page with you from the Bell Center in Montreal, Canada.
It's a very, very important fight for both of these guys, Dave. Dawson won to try and shed the image of not being an exciting fighter and getting a title shot. He'd love to fight Pascal or Hopkins. And Diaconu wants the same thing. They both want to be champions again.
And when you have the visibility and you're fighting on the same card, that raises the stakes. Of course, Pascal and Hopkins is next. You've got Lucien Boutte waiting in the wings. If either guy can come down, 168, there's a good money fight there. In this division, Jorgen Bramer, Nathan Cleverly, Pascal, Hopkins are the big names. And in fight news, Dawson is number 4, Diaconu number 13. But it's not always you get a matchup where guys are in the top 15 in just about everything.
Well, Dawson's starting to find the range. But he's got to be careful, but Diaconu is still dangerous. Awkward, but dangerous.
And you see the lowly held jab hand of Dawson trying to set a trap for Diaconu. And there's a right hook slamming home from Dawson.
That's what he should keep doing, because you don't see any return from Diaconu right now. Dawson lands a couple and Diaconu doesn't respond.
Body shot here from Dawson. Good left hand. Keep him honest. Doesn't want Diaconu just coming forward unless for Dawson he is setting a trap.
I can see Dawson go to the body also. He's doing good 1-2s to the head. Drop one downstairs and see what happens.
In this round, Dawson has outlanded Diaconu 19-3. The threes are Very impressive number for him, being that you've got a 3-minute fight here. The punch a minute got in, and there's a big shot by Dawson.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to see him pick up the pace.
That's a definitive shot by Dawson.
He's starting to find the target.
You're on. You're starting to touch him. He's slowly slowing down. Good round. You want that one down, okay? All right. Yeah, I think
he goes right back to it.
I would think so.
You're playing up hookers. You throw it every time you throw the left hand. You're coming back with the hook.
Manuel Stewart's talking
As
about.
it slows down, you're going to start hitting more and more, but you're starting to find him with the left hand slowly now.
You see Dawson on the right, left bang, caught him right on the shoulder and backed him up. That's the power of Dawson right there. Good, interesting observation from Diaconu's corner, saying that Dawson's in his rhythm. So you got to break it up right now.
All right, so how much did Chad Dawson hurt Adrian Diaconu in that last round? We'll get a clue here. Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Diaconu 27-2 with 15 knockouts. Dawson with a good, straight, hard left hand. The upper body.
Dawson must be doing something right because the crowd's not making any noise just yet. You let Diaconu land a couple shots, the crowd's going to wake up.
If ever silence is golden, was the truth. Tonight is it. This is a big Diaconu crowd. And we hear murmurs.
Yeah. I like Dawson's right jab. Touch him. You can just reach out and touch Diaconu with a little welt under the left eye of Diaconu. We'll see that again.
Don't push him, Chad.
Get Dawson keeping the jab hand in the face of Diaconu. And then when Diaconu gets impatient, he lunges at Dawson. He can be nailed.
And notice that at the end of the last round, Dave, in this round, Dawson seemed to be picking up the pace, a little more aggressive, that Kronk aggressiveness which Manny Stewart talks, or preaches, or teaches.
And this is a great matchup stylistically for Dawson as well.
Yeah.
A smaller guy who comes straight at him.
Dawson 6'2", Diaconu 5'9". Dawson 4-inch reach advantage.
And Dawson, because of his quickness and how Diaconu is coming straight to him, can land a double jab to the head, and then the third shot can be a punishing shot to the body.
Nice shot. I want to see the body shot by Dawson. I know Kronk guys tend to go upstairs, but always drop one down to the body just to see if he's in shape. See if you can touch him with it.
Dawson does have a good body shot for left-handed. A lot of power, the tall frame, and a lot of power being generated through his hips.
I assume the winner of this fight will be in the press conference with the winner of the main event causing trouble. That's another thing by having on the same card.
Guaranteed.
Dawson is showing good hand speed, good accuracy, and good footwork. Look at that, good defense too. Made Diaconu miss about 3 or 4 shots.
So some good stylistic points here for Dawson, as well as his power in round 3. So as we get ready for round 4, it's a tall task for Adrian Diaconu of Montreal via Romania. 27-2, 15 knockouts. Chad Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Off to a blazing start so far here at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Tony Page. Glad you're with us as we get a chance to see Dawson come back up north. Try for a little redemption after losing to Pascal here last year.
Dawson landed a short little left hand right down the middle. Diaconu's guard is starting to come a little wider, but leaving his shots right down the middle open.
Left hand by Dawson. And you do get the sense that he's happy it's not a Pascal in there with him now, a guy that's as tall as he is.
Right.
This is a guy, a small fighter coming to him, and it's been an ideal matchup for Dawson, and he's taken advantage.
Now, this is where Diaconu, this is where he has to make a fight out of it, but you see Dawson, he's opening up now.
Good right hand there to the body by Dawson. That had a thought effect. And there's a good right hand by Diaconu as Dawson had to pay to get in.
Yeah.
And now Diaconu with a rally. Well, he threw the dice and got 7 that time.
Trying to let it ride right now. Pick up the pace again, but see Dawson's making the adjustment right here.
Double jab here by Dawson, and that's the beauty, the intangible edge of the long reach and the jab for Dawson. He can just use it to reset things after he's, gone awry a little bit.
Nice little sneaky uppercut by Dawson. If he can keep Diaconu on the end of his jab, nice little left by Diaconu right on the jaw of Dawson. If he can just keep that jab going, you'll keep Diaconu away from you, and you'll establish a distance, and you can do damage with your other punches. If you let Diaconu close the gap, he can get inside your jab. Should be working Dawson's body, which he is not doing. Big, tall guy like that, you want to chop him down.
Well, Diaconu is showing in round 4 he is willing, in this round at least, to pay the price necessary for a shot at Dawson. He's gotten inside a number of times and done some good things. But how about the overall round? Maybe a different story.
I think Diaconu might have won this round.
It's a good one for him.
But he won that round, though. He won that round. Okay. Let me tell you guys two things. If you want to go inside, go all the way.
Good job. That's the speed. That's the speed. The chest. The chest. The chest. All right? Speed and chest. Good job.
Now you're getting some attention.
Did you see the left? Did you see the left hand? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now, again, we got 2 things to do.
And you see Dawson took a good shot. 1-2 from Diaconu. Dawson misses with the jab. Nice counter left hook by Diaconu, and he makes Dawson miss again. So good round, and even Emmanuel Stewart said he won that round.
Good work on the inside by Diaconu. First he got to the inside, and then he fought well on the inside. So here we go in round 5. Chad Dawson, Adrian Diaconu, and now let's see what adjustment Chad Dawson has to Emmanuel Stewart saying he won the last round.
There you see Dawson pick up the pace right after the bat, trying to get the round back that he lost. Nice shot by Dawson.
Jab and a left hand by Dawson as his stand hit Diaconu. Diaconu having some success trading with Dawson.
And Dawson's obliging to staying right in front of him, to take a step back. As you talked about resetting, reestablish your distance so you get the length narrowed down so you can throw your punches and do some damage instead of just being smothered and can't do anything. See right there, he's got the distance. Now the jab should be coming.
Diaconu trying to jab and then weave his way into trading position with Dawson. Left hook gets in by Diaconu.
Chad has to be busier if he's trying to win this round and win the fight. He's got to be much busier. You're letting Diaconu start to get his rhythm going.
From in tight. Dawson can hit him with the uppercut, double jab him. But if he doesn't do those things, Diaconu will catch him.
I think Dawson's a little too close. Just a half step back.
Body shot here from Diaconu. Jab and a straight left here by Dawson.
Diaconu's winning this round because he's more busier. He's landing the punches. Dawson came out early throwing flurry, but then that was about it.
Left hand there by Dawson, but yeah, Diaconu has had his share of success inside in this round.
Offense inside that. Dawson.
So 2 good rounds in a row for Diaconu, but he walks into something at the end of the second one. Let's see if that affects the scoring in that round.
Wow, I'm still going to give it to Diaconu. Almost changed it there.
Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu. First 3 rounds, very good ones for Dawson. Diaconu battling back in 4 and 5.
Diaconu's reaching him now with punches.
Dawson using his reach there, lands with the left hand.
Stop.
Now Diaconu tried to get inside in a different method there. Uppercut by Dawson. See what happens when he keeps Diaconu from getting in. That's a big battle there.
He's got that. We talked about the range. He's got the height. He's got the reach. He's not. We always talk about it. He's got to use it. He's not using it enough.
In this case, in the trenches, Dawson able to keep Diaconu away in that last exchange, and he caught him in. Caught him on the inside. Diaconu, he can't slip that jab. You saw him try to reach over, and then he was cautioned for holding. Right hook by Dawson.
Showing off the speed, just a little short on the accuracy.
Jab from Diaconu, loads up.
Looking at those stars on the back of Dawson on his back, you know, show some offense, so you can start taking those stars away.
Well, he came out in the first 3 rounds trying to be different than he was against Pascal last year. And then Diaconu has gotten the initiative on him in the last 3 rounds. Good right hand there by Diaconu.
Well, he's pressing the action right now. Chad's starting to fall back into that old style of his, which was, I won't say it's like watching paint dry. It's more like watching butter melt. Still takes a long time.
There's a right hand in the body by Dawson. Good hustle at the end of the round for Diaconu. Lucien Boutte, the big power broker in Canada, king of 168 pounds, and he'll be fighting somebody on this card at some point. They would love to make Pascal and Boutte. That would break all the records in Canada, even the ones they're going to set tonight.
He's punching you, you're not punching.
You know what? I got Diaconu up 58-56. He just seems he's out hustling him now, and nothing spectacular, but he's piling up the punches.
Well, and it's a difficult way to win because you have to be essentially a counterpuncher to get inside of Dawson. But then Dawson backed off in the last couple rounds. And we see some aggression from Dawson right after Manny lights into him a little bit. And we saw it in another round where we said he won the round, and Dawson came out early in round 5. You just don't see a change in his demeanor as he lands a big left hand. Here, you want to see the angry Dawson.
Yeah, like that. The straight left was perfect.
Watch your feet, guys.
Right hand from Diaconu.
Okay, box.
Took a little bit on the canvas.
Yeah, Dawson, last couple rounds, Tony, jabbing and then retreating to a far distance before he sets up shop again. Like he's resetting, but going way back.
Too far, yeah. And with that height and reach advantage, it's a nice chopping right.
There's a right hook after the good, hard, straight left hand. There's another one here.
Watch the backhand, Jack.
Gave it the squared up look for a second.
Ted's starting to remind me of some amateur fighters who don't have the power and know it, so they don't take chances. They just jab and occasional shot here and there. But he should be letting his hands go.
Yeah, we see bursts where he's willing to gamble, and then others where he retreats.
Now he's getting beat to the punch now.
And the rounds he's dropping, if he is, to Diaconu coming at the end, last 40 seconds.
And now he's got the crowd behind him again.
Right hand from Diaconu. You're seeing Dawson get hit with shots he shouldn't be getting hit with.
I can see Dawson getting caught with an overhand right and going down because he's lazy right now. I expected so much out of him, and I'm not seeing anything right now. And then he's dropping his hands.
Yeah, and you know, the beginning was promising for him, but Diaconu has survived that and come at him. There's an uppercut by Dawson. But even with all that, he landed some big shots in this round.
Yep.
Interesting to see how it'll be scored. All right, so we're going to get ready for round 8 here. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2, 15 knockouts. The theme in recent rounds is Dawson coming out strong and Diaconu finishing strong.
I get the feeling that Dawson doesn't feel the urgency, what's at stake.
No, and that might be something they'll never instill in him.
Yeah.
That's the situation he's running into now.
Diaconu continues to press the action.
Diaconu with his jab, getting in. Dawson lining him up. Can he pull the trigger here?
He has opportunity. He just has to press it. He's not. He fights. There's a, I was going to say in spurts. There's one right there.
Now Diaconu is answering whenever Dawson opens up a little bit. Body shot for Diaconu. Uppercut by Dawson, but he backed off after he threw it.
The crowd is just waiting for Diaconu to do something so they can start cheering.
Double jab here from Dawson. Just a show-me jab, though. Even the power shots now from Dawson, not having everything on them.
No, now the crowd's getting restless.
Dawson trying to open up here as a righty, then goes back. Left hand from Dawson. Back comes Diaconu. But still one at a time for each guy.
Diaconu is least pressing the action. He's trying to throw punches, coming forward.
Right! No punches. Step back. Let him go. Step back. No punches. Step back, Chad.
So Dawson and Diaconu, end of round 8. Diaconu trying to out-hustle Dawson.
I think he's doing it.
What was the rhythm of a good quick 1-2? Now you came back to the old rhythm. Slow.
See it until you touch something, and then go back to touch it again, okay? Keep him backing up. He's not going to catch you with nothing when you're punching. He's not that kind of. He's going to get you when he runs in punching. Come on. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's get.
What you're hearing from Emmanuel Stewart is not the frustration of the big punches not getting in, but the little stuff not being done to precede it. We start round 9. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2, 15 knockouts.
I like the fact that Dawson's picking up the pace, but we've seen this before. The nice flurry for the first 30, 45 seconds, and then what happens? Can he keep it up for an entire round?
And then at times, it seems that he's too nice of a guy. He just doesn't have that anger in him to step it up another level. Good left hand there by Dawson. Because he has the kind of reach that the trainers and cornermen salivate for.
Right.
All I have to do is get this guy to be throwing his double jab, using the angles, and he can sit down in his punches. And Manny Stewart sees flashes of it, but not all of it.
You think he's I know he hears Manny, but is he listening?
It's a good question. There seems to be an urgency problem that we've seen in Chad Dawson the last 2 fights.
Yeah.
He came on late against Pascal. He found it then, but not throughout much of the fight. Here he had it early, and then in spurts after that.
It's funny, when Dawson picks up the pace and starts throwing punches and bunches, they're sloppy punches.
You don't get the hard set down on your shots, punch on the middle.
At this rate,
left hand by Dawson.
I think Dawson got rocked. He's on his, he's shaking, but he got hit. Look at his legs.
Good right hand by Diaconu. Dawson covering up. Diaconu trying to duck up and under. Right hand. He's willing to gamble more in this fight, is Diaconu, and that's why he's getting the results now.
Dawson looks a little tired with his mouth open.
But he just drove Diaconu back with an average left hand, so how tired is Diaconu? Good left hand here by Dawson and a right hook. There's a right hand by Diaconu. Well, in this round, at least the last minute or so, it has looked like the fight we thought we would see.
Hope they can keep it up for a few rounds. They see Dawson coming in behind the back shot by Diaconu, but he kept on punches. A nice right hand. Both guys exchanging right here. But you see, Diaconu is the one coming forward, pressing the action, wild with his punches, but they landed.
All the highlight shots belong to Diaconu.
Yeah.
So as we start round 10, Emmanuel Stewart told Chad Dawson, you've got to sweep these last 3 rounds. I think he's even got to do something better than that, Tony. Take the judges out of it.
I've got Diaconu ahead by 5 points. And it's not that he's dominating, he's just winning every round. It's just squeaking by.
Now you've got 5, and if you could say you've given Diaconu every benefit of the doubt round, where would you be? Still about like 3?
Something like that, yeah.
So Diaconu out hustling Dawson, who's trying to land the one big one.
Don't push off the break. Don't push off
I don't think it's going to work. I mean, it might have worked if you had done the groundwork earlier in the fight.
The right hand by Diaconu. Speaking of more groundwork.
Diaconu is fighting to try to get a title shot. Dawson is fighting to just fight next week. It's like there's no urgency.
Body shot here by Dawson. No, the idea of you're fighting on the road. You've got to bring a little something more there. You know, the opportunity on the Pascal Hopkins undercard is huge for you. An impressive outing boosts your marquee in front of all these people in the worldwide audience.
And to go into a guy's backyard and beat him, can't put a price tag on that.
And while it looked like it was there for Dawson early, he hasn't been in the same sync. Feet, man. Just misses with the left hand. Left hand by Dawson. Left uppercut. Right hook here by Dawson.
It's almost like I'm trying to give the round to Dawson. It's just making it so difficult.
I see you with the pen right on the spot. I'm gonna. Round 10 coming to a close. A better one.
I gotta give it to Dawson.
For Dawson.
Barely.
At the bell, man.
There we see Jean Pascal. Love the framing, the robes, the belts. It's well done.
We haven't seen Bernard.
No. Probably threw the guys out of his dressing room.
With the right hook. All right. You open up on this man, he can't hold you off because he's too damn tired.
Pop it right up to the chin. Wait in your corner for the bell, Chad. Wait in your corner for the bell.
It's amazing when the trainer says the guy's tired. He's not really in the ring with him.
Can't take your shot.
No.
So here we are in the 11th round, and Emmanuel Stewart has informed Chad Dawson it's the 11th hour as well, as Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu head down the home stretch of their light heavyweight battle. Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Diaconu 27-2, 15 knockouts. We're at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Tony Page.
Scrapes on left side of the face of Diaconu.
Double jab here from Dawson. Well, it will be interesting to see how the scoring unfolds later. Emmanuel Stewart in the corner of Chad Dawson, acting like he has not done close to enough, as that's a slip.
Yeah. Most action we've seen in a while.
Let's go. Box.
We get the sense that others at ringside, who are unofficial, have Dawson in a good spot. Interesting thing, though, for Dawson, as you look at him, the public doesn't really gravitate to stylists that much.
No.
And the only thing they hate worse than a stylist is a left-handed stylist. And there's a guy that looks like he should be getting a lot of knockouts in Chad Dawson.
Should be. But, you know, we talked about lighting a fire under him, you know. I don't know, the flint's wet, but he just can't get him going.
Well, if you don't get it from Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and then Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
Here's Diaconu trying to get in on Dawson.
At least he's being aggressive. Some judges give points for that. He's throwing punches.
Right hook here by Dawson.
Nice move by Diaconu to get out of the way. He's just throwing punches right now. He's got Dawson right where he wants him, close.
Right hook there by Dawson. Left hand.
Like Dawson digs himself a hole, then he starts to pick it up.
Push him, go push him. Go push him.
A dangerous way to have a career as we come to the end of round 11.
Hey, man.
We need a dramatic knockout right now. We need it. Okay? Come on. You can do it.
Tight. You move that head. You're surprising.
We need a dramatic knockout?
Well, neither corner thinks this guy has won.
Right.
It adds to the intrigue about what the final score will end up being as we start round 12. Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu.
I'll say right now, I think if it goes distance, you got a split decision in here somewhere, one way or the other.
Well, just the varied perspectives at ringside. And, you know, what are you looking at? You're looking at Dawson maybe having a volume edge, but not. Yeah, but then if you like Diaconu, it's the pity pats on Dawson, and Diaconu's throwing some hard shots. And Dawson may not get enough credit when he does throw punches hard. People expect more. Well, that being said, a little bit more than 2 minutes left in this one. Dawson has further to fall than Diaconu.
Absolutely. Look at Diaconu caught him with a bunch of jabs.
Right hook and left hand there by Dawson.
Diaconu is very limited offensively, but he keeps coming forward and he keeps throwing punches. Dawson seems to be the much better athlete, and he just doesn't pull the trigger and gets caught.
So if Dawson loses, you would have to give credit to Diaconu for stealing it.
Dawson is getting backed up by some of these shots. Doesn't look good when he backs up now.
Right hand here by Diaconu.
Oh, nice right hand.
Right hand down the middle.
Now he's trying to close the show. He's so busy shaking his head, he ain't realizing Diaconu's coming to win. He ain't looking at what you're saying, a nice little uppercut by Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson catches him on the way in, but Dawson waiting for Diaconu, and now he opens it up. Here comes Diaconu back, and they're also flipping in there. Right hand by Dawson. Diaconu back. Right hook by Dawson again. Diaconu the jab and the right hand.
Safe to say he's beating Dawson to the punch right now.
Uppercut by Dawson. Good shot by Dawson here.
Less than 30 to go.
Right hook by Dawson. And they continue to slug it well here to the final bell. So it's over, and those judges will decide this one. Michael Buffer has the cards. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Claude Paquette, 117-111. Benoit Roussel, 118-110. John Woodburn, 116-112. The winner by unanimous decision from Connecticut, USA, Dawson.
Take a look at Pascal.
Game face on. Love, crowd saw what you're seeing. And they have erupted. We're in Montreal, Canada, the site of Hopkins Pascal 2. They did it 5 months ago in Quebec City. It was a rousing fight, one of the top efforts of the year. A disputed draw. So tonight in Montreal, Hopkins Pascal 2. The 46-year-old Bernard Hopkins, apparently ageless, tries to become the oldest man in history to capture a championship as he faces Pascal 26-1-1 with 16 knockouts. WBC light heavyweight championship is up for grabs.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the largest boxing crowd in the history of the Bell Center, 17,560. Mesdames et messieurs, et vous prêts? Mesdames et messieurs, de le Centre Bell, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, let's get ready to rumble! Au coin blue, the blue corner, wearing blue, official weight 174, 14 ounces. His career, 59 fights, 51 victories, including 32 knockouts, with 5 defeats and 1 draw. He's a future Hall of Famer from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. The former undisputed middleweight world champion and former light heavyweight champion of the world, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins. Au Croix Rouge in the red corner, wearing black, officially weighing 174, 14 ounces, 28 fights, 28 victories, including 16 knockouts, with only 1 defeat and 1 draw. And in his career as a light heavyweight, he is undefeated. Originally from Haiti, now living, training, and fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, presenting the reigning, defending WBC and Ring Magazine IBO light heavyweight champion of the world, champion du monde, Jean Pascal.
So they'll bring them in. Final instructions already in the dressing room. This might just be good for the stare down element.
I hope they didn't dry out waiting for a chance to get warmed up again.
Let's go. Bosses, I'm the referee. I spoke to you both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch the heads, keep the punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands. Hey, Scoot, Pascal. Pascal.
We had our first headbutt.
The fight don't start. I said.
The crowd's amped up. Let's see what we get right off the bat in round 1.
Pascal
Ready? Judge,
flinging
ready?
his head at Hopkins.
Judge, ready?
Okay, here we go. It started in December with a draw. And we continue in May. Bernard Hopkins, who finished so strongly in their first fight. Does he carry that in here?
Pascal up on his toes. Reminds me of the end of the first fight.
Hopkins got the sense that he could outbox Pascal.
Crowd already chanting for Pascal right off the bat. Want him to get to work. Strange tactic by Pascal to be moving but not throwing punches.
I think a little tentative from the end of the first fight.
Yep.
Hopkins stalking.
Both guys far away from each other. No punches landing with note.
This puts the capital C in caution.
Yeah. Crowd's more into it than the fighters right now. Talk about a feeling out round.
It's so close to the vest, it's like they're guarding family secrets or something. Jab by Pascal. Now what's interesting here is this is a round in which nothing has happened, but it's there to be stolen by somebody.
Yep. Shot by Pascal has probably won the round.
Well, his tentative finish to the last fight carries over. So, as exciting as the first fight was, the first round of this one was that bad.
Pascal backing up Hopkins.
All right, round 2. Let's see if a fight breaks out between Jean Pascal and Bernard Hopkins.
And the key is Pascal. If he's going to run around, this is going to be a really bad fight. If he's coming to fight, that means Hopkins is going to fight, because Hopkins can't hit you if you're just running around. Trainer said cut the ring off. Just go on, go up to him, start trying to touch him with some punches, something, make him fight back.
It would be interesting if you asked each guy after, what made you think you won round 1?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got mad at him. I winked at him. Nothing happened.
I almost gave that a 10-10 first round. Pascal did land a couple of shots. He landed a nice jab coming in against Hopkins.
Well, now they're mixing it up a little bit. Wild shots.
See, Pascal is just trying to go for one big knockout. He's going to get beat to the punch doing that. Though his punch is dangerous, you can't be that wild.
Pascal trying to go back to what worked for him in the first fight. He caught Hopkins early. He overpowered him early. Pascal is trying to get near Hopkins, who fights him off.
So far, Hopkins does not look 46. He's pressing the action.
Tremendous reflexes by Hopkins and the hand-to-eye coordination. And you are literally seeing a throwback fighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're looking at 1950s right now.
Seen some of his stories in the boxing magazines, how he tells you how to cut the ring off, and it's masterful.
Yeah. Like when he says that the younger fighters have so much energy, and so did I when I was young. Now I conserve my energy, pick my spot. With that being said, Pascal should be trying to make him work. But making Hopkins work means you're going to get hit.
Left hook here by Pascal.
Come on, she's done him! Done him! Let him go! Let him go! Let him go! Don't hold him! Don't hold him!
Heads came together there
Watch the heads,
as they both sought positioning.
Pascal is kind of the aggressor.
It was better than round one, but it didn't have to be much to do that.
Joker desperate, man.
Pascal might have won that one.
Hey, ref, he using his head, ref. This Joker desperate. Stay off the straight line, because all he's doing is ducking his head and running forward. Stay off that straight line, X. When you take that angle, step over left, step over right. Stay behind that stick, put them short shots underneath. Don't go big with him.
On s'approche doucement avec la bonne défensive. Poignet explose sa figure à mi-distance. Et tu graisses le chef du centre du ring. Quand tu déplaces pas, c'est bon qu'il y a.
We start round three. Low number of punches thrown. Low percentage landed as we wait for Jean Pascal and Bernard Hopkins to show more of the form of their first fight. Dave Bontempo, Tony Page with you from the Bell Center in Montreal. Pascal 26-1-1, 16 knockouts. Hopkins 51-5-2, 32 knockouts.
Nice little flurry by Hopkins. Pascal no return.
Jab and a slip here by Hopkins. Pascal on a big left by Pascal on Hopkins. Let's see if he follows that. Well, he opened up and gambled, and he won there.
Now he's taking, he's blowing the opportunities to keep pressing the action. Maybe he's giving Hopkins too much respect.
Yeah, because if you allow Hopkins to get into that clutching, grabbing game,
you can forget it. Big right hand by Hopkins, and he's wobbled him. He wobbled him.
Here comes Bernard. Elbows, right hands. The kitchen sink.
He's really hurt.
It's all there. Let's see if Hopkins jumps on him here. He has the sense of a predator.
He's hurt. He still doesn't have his legs yet.
Jab by Hopkins. So each fighter getting some golden opportunities here in round three. Good hook by Hopkins after the right hand was just a show-me right hand. And now the heads have come together.
Back of the head shot by Pascal.
It's like Pascal is cut. There's a hook by Hopkins that makes it even worse.
Oh, he's walking into shots now. Pascal looks a little wobbly.
Here comes Hopkins with great chances. He's cut him. Big right hand by Hopkins. Pascal back.
Dave, I think we got a fight finally.
We do. Had to warm up a little bit.
Hopkins looking to shoot that right hand in there real quick. Pascal trying to land that big left hook.
The Pascal's corner people will have some work in front of them now. Good shots by Hopkins.
Go! Don't hold, Perrier! Box on!
Pascal back.
Man,
real good round.
Both guys had their moments.
Nice and relaxed. We ready for all this.
Hopkins up and Pascal not.
Who's 46 and who's 28? So Hopkins, the 46-year-old, jumps off his stool after a tremendous third round. The Bernard Hopkins faithful sounding off now.
It seems like Pascal's a better holder than Hopkins.
That's saying a lot. Let's say what you really love so far in this fight is no holding from Hopkins.
Yeah. I'm almost waiting for something to explode. It's just a minute.
Left hook from Pascal.
I think Pascal let his hands go. He's got the power.
Wait up. Watch the shot. Carl, watch that.
Jab by Hopkins.
Hopkins cutting the ring off.
Yep.
And go. Wait up.
But what he is a master at doing as he fires the uppercut there. Hopkins can slowly trap you into the corner. It's so subtle. You fight Hopkins, you don't even realize it's happening.
Yep.
Good right hand by Hopkins.
Hopkins goes to the kitchen. A nice right hand by Pascal. He got him going.
He goaded him with the facial expression.
He woke him up. That's the way Pascal should fight. If he can do that for every round. Miller's asking a lot of energy to put out, but he connects when he does that. He gets good shots in against Hopkins.
You're asking Hopkins to make a face at him every round.
Yeah.
By Pascal.
Oh, nice right hand by Hopkins.
He caught him. Bernard Hopkins good with the misdirection. That was a grazing hook by Pascal.
Oh, big right hand by Pascal. He's got Hopkins hurt. Oh, he's got
drilling Hopkins.
He's hurt. And he doesn't have his legs. He's got to go after him. He's got to go after him. You hurt him.
Well, the belt can't save you, but it can sure be your best friend.
I think he pulled off that round.
They must think they got somebody ordinary.
I think those were good,
they got somebody ordinary.
good big shots at the end.
We have total control of the round.
Don't fall asleep.
All right. He gonna duck his head and lunge, Jax. Don't slug with him in there. Just tie him up. Make him box you out there. He can't box. He gonna duck his head and go to a slug match.
You see Pascal, heads come together. There's that right hand right on the neck. Look at this shot over the top. I wonder if it landed on the jaw, what would have happened? Bernard looked old all of a sudden.
They might have counted the 30 if that landed on the jaw.
Yeah.
We go into round 5. Jean Pascal, Bernard Hopkins, the second chapter. They had a draw back in December in Quebec City, and here in Montreal, the 17,500 officially in attendance.
Wondering if Pascal was going to come out and try and continue in just the last round, but very tentative right now.
Jab here by Hopkins. You're asking about whether Hopkins looked old in the same round. He looked 28 and 48.
Absolutely.
Some good chances for Hopkins in the last round. And then Pascal drilled him at the end. Now, for the first time, we're hearing Hopkins' corner, Tony, tell him to grab.
Good shot by Pascal. Oh, watch the head. He threw it. Pascal threw a headbutt.
He threw a headbutt before the fight started.
Yeah.
Jab here by Hopkins. Good hook by Pascal.
Here we go with the grab fest.
At least we got into round 5.
Pascal definitely has the power. It's just how often is he going to throw the power shot?
And can he do everything to set it up? Good right hand by Hopkins. A good right hand back by Pascal.
I wonder which fighter's going to run into a shot first.
Yeah, they've both had their chances, and some good shots have been landed. Good body shot there by Hopkins.
That's what he's gonna both get the feeling both guys are going to go down at some point.
Don't put him down. Good.
Gee, who'd have thought the fight might get dirty? Pascal missing with a hook.
Both guys wing it now. Pascal seems to have a little more confidence right now. Hopkins a little tentative.
Back and forth as we hit the end of round 5. So round 6 is upon us. Nazim Richardson lecturing Hopkins about no wild stuff, so he comes right out and throws a big shot.
Let him go. Let him go.
So if he's unpredictable to his cornerman, who can get a read on what he's going to do?
I think Bernard listens half the time. Bernard has his own plan.
Hopkins trying to get close. Pascal missing over the top.
Kidney shots.
And what we're seeing now is no missed opportunities for the dirty shots.
No. Especially when the ref doesn't see it.
Whole new way of making him miss and then making him pay. Right hand by Hopkins. Jabbing a right hand by Hopkins.
He was winding that one up. Tape starting to come off on the left glove of Pascal just a little bit.
Right hand lead by Hopkins as if he was a lefty. Got got in on Pascal. Right hand left hook by Hopkins.
Pascal just living on that left hook, but he's not throwing it.
Look at this wrestling here. The referee needs a crowbar to get these guys apart.
He's going to take a... Uh-oh.
Come here.
He's going to take over the fight again.
When I say don't hold, and I say break, do you understand me? The barrier, okay?
Well, he has to get the fight back. The referee had to do that.
Nice jab by Hopkins. Maybe they can't understand his accent. They break.
Hopkins with a little...
There we go again.
Facial expressions here on Pascal.
Look at the arms lock. Look at that.
Watch your head.
There you go. That's about 30 seconds now of this round between those two wrestling situations. And Hopkins shortens the fight when he does that.
Turns him around and hits him. Hopkins starting to pull out all the tricks now.
Wait it up, you two. Wake it up.
Maybe take a point from both of them.
Yeah.
Big shot by Hopkins.
And the second one blocked.
Talking to each other. Uh-oh. See, now you got under his head.
There you go.
He's pulling out all the stops.
See how that carries over.
Well, I got it even after 6 rounds, so it's working.
Jean, encore une fois, il va falloir que tu m'écoutes cette main-là, il faut que tu lèves plus que ça. Ben oui, à chaque fois qu'il te pogne, les seuls coups qu'il te pogne, c'est parce qu'il lance 1-2. Approche-toi les mains hautes, bloque et explose. Il faut que tu sois plus agressif que ça encore.
Tip your hat, straight right hand, wipe his nose with that hook. All right, you're a legend. He's ducking his hand, throwing wild stuff.
Bernard turns the fight and nobody's looking, so let's go some kidney shots. This is all of... Thumbs him in the eye. God, man. Shades of Roberto Duran versus Davey. Shades of... Now, let's see if he wipes his gloves. Shades of the actor Jack Palance when he won an Academy Award. Only he did 1 arm push-ups.
Bernard Hopkins with the theatrics here as we start the second half of this fight. He
caught him. He caught him.
He got into Pascal's head. Body shots here by Hopkins. Now, Hopkins is winning the statistical battle. 46 to 29 punches landed through 6. And the fact that he has it as a low-scoring battle like that is good for Hopkins.
Pascal might need to just throw everything out the window and just gamble with the big left hook.
So in all the years we've been doing boxing, Tony, when's the last time you saw a guy do push-ups to start a round?
Never. I think they do it in a truck every once in a while, but they never tell us.
Always a new wrinkle for Hopkins.
He's talking to Pascal.
Good right hand. He hurt him.
He did. He's got him hurt. He's got to step back. He's got to step back.
And Pascal can shake and bake all he wants. But Hopkins hurt him.
Let's see what happens if it turns into a fight here. Pascal's got power. Let's see if he can use it. Like I said, he's got to throw everything out and say, to heck with it. Just go after him.
These guys don't want to let the other guy make a point with either the crowd or the judges.
Well, maybe Pascal will skip rope before the next round.
Jab from Pascal. Hopkins just missing with a right hand. And a jab here for Hopkins. Grazing right by Pascal. Good right by Hopkins.
Hold! Fight! And go! Fight up! Fight up, you two! Come on, fight up!
You want to check the birth certificate of Hopkins? He's supposed to be 46, right?
We have seen him more chiseled than these last two fights. And the quickness you're seeing, I think a lot of it's been there, but he's fighting now to showcase it. He's not grabbing and holding as much as some other fights.
And go! Watch your heads! Watch the heads!
He would only fight a certain percentage of the round. Now he has to fight because Pascal is fighting. Nice shot by Hopkins.
The numbers again for Hopkins in punches landed in this round. It was 14-6 with about 20 seconds to go. And those kind of numbers, low-scoring numbers, will benefit Hopkins.
Yep.
Hopkins outlanding Pascal 38-19 through 7 rounds. So he's outlanded him in total punches and power punches.
Starting to pull away. I mean, right now, just looking at the two guys, Hopkins seems like the champion, and Pascal seems like the young undefeated contender getting a title shot. Not polished enough, not experienced enough, talented-wise, but he's being taken to school right now unless he does something serious.
Well, here comes Hopkins.
And Nazim Richardson is right. He ducks down and tries to throw that one big shot over the top.
Hopkins, always one of the best at fighting with a lead. You look at him on the scorecards and he's ahead. He fights well with that lead.
Watch that right hand by Hopkins. It's poised to just bring it over the top.
Right hand by Pascal there. In the fights he's lost, we've seen Hopkins trying to come from behind at the end of fights. But if he carries the lead into the later stages of a fight, very difficult to beat him.
Not the back leg, not the back leg. Let him go. Let him go. Back here, Pascal.
Good right hand by Hopkins.
Keep fighting, guys.
Hopkins thought there would be a break. Almost got nailed. That was a huge right hand by Hopkins. Imagine if he put a body shot in front of or behind that shot.
Absolutely. Trying to do something a little different.
But that was right down the middle, that Hopkins right hand. And you get the sense he can land it whenever he wants now.
Keep that right hand as poised.
Another good right hand by Hopkins. A subtle move to his left, followed by the right hand, which is almost trailing the whole thing. It's like he drags it with him sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just subtle genius.
That's the little things that are working any era. Pascal should be throwing. He should be throwing right now.
Does there.
But he's got to do more. You're not going to take Hopkins out with one shot.
Good right hand by Hopkins behind the jab. There's the body shot by Hopkins. And then the jab on the outside. He is breaking Pascal down.
Just waiting for counterpunch. He can lead. Nice left hook lead by Hopkins. Pascal's missing. Frustrating him is what he's doing.
Amazing what he can still do at his age.
For fast relief from sinus and allergy symptoms without drugs, get Navage.
This time of year, I get so stuffed up, but Navage flushes my sinuses so I can breathe again.
Navage uses gentle suction to remove allergens, germs, and pollutants. It's the only nasal irrigator with suction.
My doctor recommends Navage to breathe better through my nose, and it works. Congestion's gone, and I feel great.
And Navage is so much easier than a neti pot.
To breathe better without drugs and a 30-day risk-free trial, go to Navage.com now.
Buddy, nice place, nice car. What happened?
Well, it all started with my free credit score from CreditSesame.com. They gave me so much more than a free credit score. Credit Sesame's money management tools and personalized offers save me tons of money and help me reach my goals.
I just signed up with their free app. What's my credit score?
Your credit score is 650.
That's magic.
No, that's CreditSesame.com.
You get so much more than a free credit score, so do more with your score at CreditSesame.com.
Doing all kinds of havoc as we start round 9. Bernard Hopkins showing the vintage ability to intimidate. He's doing it here against Jean Pascal. Hopkins 51-5-2, 32 knockouts. Pascal 26-1-1, 16 knockouts. In their first fight, Pascal had 2 early knockdowns, and Hopkins stormed through the second half of the fight. Here, Hopkins is trying to launch another second half rally, but he didn't dig the hole this time that he did in that fight. Dangerous. Pascal's gloves touched the canvas.
Yeah, and didn't wipe it off. Hopkins getting ready to land that right hand again.
Good right hand by Hopkins, and Pascal back as well.
Pascal's keeping that left too low. That's why Hopkins is throwing the right hand. Now he goes with the jab. Pascal brings the hands up. Watch for Hopkins to go to the body.
Good jab there by Hopkins. Hopkins settling into a game of keep away here with Pascal, making him chase him and then catch him.
Pascal not doing enough to win, not doing enough to hurt Hopkins, not doing enough to slow Hopkins down.
Hopkins on the outside. Good hook there by Pascal. But you won't get 2 in a row on Hopkins. He'll tie you up.
Pascal, let go.
Look at all this time being burned off.
Yeah. Pascal doesn't realize it. He was holding and he wasted the clock. Hopkins doesn't have to steal around if you're going to give it to him. Look at Hopkins feinting and Pascal covering up.
Then Pascal just misses with the hook. Pascal with the right hand.
Gets away from him. Who's 46 again?
Well, there's a headbutt by Hopkins, and wouldn't call it accidental.
No.
But the referee didn't catch him. Again, Ian John Lewis becoming active and animated. Good hook by Pascal.
Nice left hook by Pascal, but not enough. He lands the one shot. He doesn't have a follow-up.
A better round for Pascal than some others.
Yeah, but Hopkins is controlling the action.
Had some looks as to what the second knockdown looked like against Hopkins by Pascal. In the first fight, wasn't a huge knockdown, on the cheapish side. That would have been real cheap. The question on the other angle, what the referee saw, is if the punch actually landed to the head. If it didn't touch him. And then there was no argument from Hopkins' corner.
No.
So here we are in round 10. Bernard Hopkins turning the clock back tonight. 46 years young.
And you notice that Pascal is starting to do some dirty tactics, and it doesn't play when you're only 28. You're just trying to steal an old man's bag of tricks.
You'll be the second man of the comedy act if you do that with Bernard Hopkins. But what Hopkins does with that, at times, takes Pascal out of his game.
Yep.
We've seen little of the Pascal jab to set things up. Everything is a leaping hook for Pascal.
Yeah. He's not setting anything up.
He's going to walk him back, and he will milk the clock.
Yep.
Then maybe come back and fire a right hand. Right hand by Hopkins. Right hand by Hopkins. And Pascal.
That's a knockdown.
Oh. Pascal catches a break. That might be big. His gloves touched the canvas after he was hit.
Looked like that was much solid than the last one.
Well, we'll get a chance to see it again. Initially, it looked like a knockdown.
Both guys are slipping on all these logos. He's so busy. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at how much clock he burns off here. About 15 seconds. You do that 3 times in a round, you now have a 2-minute, 15-second round.
Yep.
Jab here by Hopkins.
Hopkins in control.
Dare we say toying with Pascal.
It's not even a sparring session because what the sparring partners that fight back.
Jab here by Pascal, but this is a good round for Hopkins. Headbutts, everything, heads coming together.
I think Hopkins did too much to win that round again.
That's a Hopkins round, sure.
You ain't got to leave your feet. Bring your feet with you. You ain't got to lunge. Tip your hat, right hand level, and then your feet up.
Kind of a
Gets hit.
Here's some missed.
And then the legs came together.
It looked like he slipped. No, I don't think that's a knockdown. It was, he had his balance and he slipped on that logo.
And he pointed right away.
Well, he
got the call.
Pascal's running out of minutes, running out of rounds.
Round 11. John Pascal and Bernard Hopkins. Pascal 26-1-1, 16 knockouts. Hopkins 51-5-2, 32 knockouts. The ageless 46-year-olds from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, disassembling the 28-year-old.
Pascal doesn't have a sense of urgency.
How many Hopkins opponents have we seen befuddled by him? We saw Pavlik, Carver, Pascal fighting with anger here, but no particular plan.
It's like you just start throwing punches instead of trying to deliver them. You make them too wide, you loop them too much. Waste energy. Show your inexperience. John Lewis definitely earned his keep tonight.
He's been breaking these guys a lot. These guys always seem to know what side he's on when they throw a shot behind the head.
Yep.
Good right hands here by Hopkins as he opens up.
He's got to gamble, just let it go. At this point, you get knocked out, you're going to lose the fight anyway. You might as well go for broke now.
Well, Hopkins getting some space there. Set up some room. Jab here by Hopkins. Right hand, left hand by Hopkins. Right hand, left uppercut.
Seems like his best, Pascal's best punch is a shot behind the head.
Left hook by Hopkins, right hand. Pascal trying to close ground.
He's trying to turn it into a street fight against a street fighter.
And the street's too big.
Yep.
Hopkins is making this ring look large.
Pascal's legs wide, trying to get some traction.
So round 11. heading into the twilight as time grows short on this one.
There you go. Dawson.
Now we see the referee clapping his hands for the performance of both fighters, even though he's had to tie them up a whole bunch of times. John Pascal and Bernard Hopkins, round 12 of their second fight. Bell Center in Montreal, Canada. Dave Bontempo and Tony Page with you. This time Bernard Hopkins is mimicking his good second half from the first fight.
Look for Hopkins to try and close the show with the right hand and a left hook underneath. Bring it right up.
The difference in this fight and the first one is that Hopkins is not digging out of a hole, which is what happened the first time with the 2 knockdowns.
Now, it might be the opponent, but what Hopkins is showing, I'm getting ahead of myself, he wins this fight, he can fight till he's 50.
If he keeps looking like this.
Yep.
And what's refreshing about these 2 fights with Pascal is it has not been the Hopkins that shortens the fight, ties up. We've seen a little bit of that, but he's been exciting here. Opens up with a right hand on Pascal.
Pascal is just trying to survive now. You can just say to hell with it, let me go for the knockout. He's waited so long. He started out the fight on his toes, on a bicycle, which I thought was kind of surprising, but it's like a continuation from the first fight.
Hopkins. Oh! Nailed by a right hand there.
Finally got him. He's got a minute 22.
What can Pascal do with this chance he gave himself? Hopkins now will tie up for dear life.
He's got one chance. He's got one chance. About 30 seconds to try and drop him.
Here comes Pascal.
Wasting time.
Study long, study wrong.
Oh, that was the opportunity right there.
Is Hopkins back? Is he steady again? Double jabs and throws a right hand.
Under a minute.
Pascal drilled him.
You forget how good a chin Bernard Hopkins has.
It was tested there.
He has stamina. He's got speed.
That was a terrific right hand by Pascal. And it hurt Hopkins. But he showed a ton of mettle.
Living legend, as I said. And he's fighting.
Hooked by Hopkins.
10 seconds to go.
It looks like the older man took the younger guy to school.
And funked him.
In his hometown. Somebody may be unhappy again.
I think so.
Hopkins started the second half of this fight probably even.
Yeah.
Instead of down 5 points. And if so, you can't take this from him.
Pascal, he needed the 2 knockdowns in this fight to get a draw again. I got 116, 112 again, this time for Hopkins. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Guido Cavallari scores it 115-113. Canseco Renate, 116-112. Anek Hangtangka, 114-115. All to the winner by unanimous decision. And new light heavyweight champion of the world from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The legend lives on, Bernard, the executioner
So justice is done.
Absolutely.
All right, so quite an evening. Had a great time tonight for Frank Belmont, for Jason Beidel, and for my partner, Tony Page, for Mike the Greek. We say so long to you from Montreal, where Bernard Hopkins has beaten Jean Pascal.
Au revoir.